So I swear I didn't do this on purpose when it comes to calling Aspyr Aspyr. That's what I always thought it was called for some reason. So that's what I used to call it. I swear I didn't have any ill intentions. But I think after this news, you can definitely consider calling it Aspyr at this time. So welcome guys, Django Fett here. So back with an update on the Star Wars Knights of the Republic 2 restored content mod for the Switch. So it's been, since October of last year that I did a video, what happened to the restored content mod for the Switch. And I do think it was backed up now, where there was a lot of, bad things happening behind the scenes with the KOTOR remake, move from Aspyr Media to, I keep doing Aspyr, Aspyr Media to Saber Interactive. And, that was a sign of bad things to come. And they were no longer doing in any of their ports. They weren't really doing anything. I don't think Aspyr hasn't been doing anything for quite some time. They really haven't, even with the ports, and which is their specialty. So recently, they've put out one of these horrible Twitter apologies you've seen a million times over that a bunch of companies have done when it comes to Redfall, the shitty dog shit, the Gollum game, the developers behind that or the publishers. Every single game you can think of when it comes to all of these shitty game releases and just shitty in general, they've done this when it comes to Twitter and like, oh, we're sorry that this happened and that yada yada. It's all bullshit. It's all PR nonsense, and you shouldn't take a word from them. It's just absolute bullshit. So recently, after saying they were going to do it for quarter 4 or quarter 3 of last year, hearing nothing from them at all, we finally have an update. So they've finally put out a Twitter post, update on the restored content DLC. So I'm going to read this right now. We'd like to thank the KOTOR community for their immense passion and support for the Star Wars Knights of the Republic series. That passion allows us to bring this timeless series to the Nintendo Switch, and we are forever grateful. Sadly, today we are announcing the restored content DLC for the Nintendo Switch version of Star Wars Knights of the Republic 2 The Sith Lords will not be moving forward for release. Go figure. We'd like to thank everyone for their continued support by providing a complimentary video game key to players that purchased Star Wars Knights of the Republic 2 The Sith Lords on Nintendo Switch before this announcement. Players may pick a replacement key from the following list. A bunch of games. To receive your complimentary key, please visit support.aspyr.com and submit a request with your Nintendo Switch proof of purchase attached. So this is absolute bullshit, and I called this shit back in my video, that at this point, don't be surprised that this mod won't be coming out, or this DLC is going to be coming out. And I fucking called it, man. I fucking called it. After hearing nothing, they finally had the fucking nerve to finally put out some news 6 months later. 6 months after quarter 4 is over. This is ridiculous. We've been pressuring them every single post on Twitter. A bunch of fans have, every single post that they've put out, people have been pressuring, hey, what's going on with KOTOR 2? What's going on with the restored content, man? What's going on with the restore? Every single post, and they haven't done anything. They've just been posting like random things like, oh, there's game sales and all this other nonsense. No other news on games and stuff like that, new games. Just this nonsense. And then they come out with this bullshit. But I knew that they can't even do this shit. If they can't even do a big AAA release, they cut off of that don't be surprised if this doesn't come out. So it doesn't come out. We have this news, and it's sad, man. It's really sad. They've now, Aspyr, they've thrown their credibility and all their love from all the Star Wars community down the toilet. This is it. This is done. I don't care what other, Star Wars ports that come out from this point on, either from Aspyr or any other, or if they're not even going to be doing it at this point. I don't care what they're going to be doing with Star Wars at this point, because they're just thrown it down the toilet. This is just absolute unacceptable, because they've promised this restored content mod, and basically they just decided, hey, we can't do it anymore. They just basically say we're not moving forward for release. That's not a good enough fucking reason. That's such bullshit. Not to even come up with a good enough reason. I said, oh, we're just not moving forward for the release at all. At least be honest with us on what's fucking going on. I already know what happened. Embracer fucking canned you guys. They knew that you can't do a remake of the Star Wars Knights of the Republic, Knights of the Republic 1 game. They knew you couldn't do that. That was too big for your fucking boots. And everybody was leaving after that. And, people are rightfully pissed off. As you can see with the comments, even this guy is saying, I'm this close to starting a lawsuit against you guy. I mean, I think that's a little excessive, but it does make sense because they did promise this. Hey, we're going to have a free DLC update for this. And this would have made the Switch version very tempting for a lot of people. It did make it for me. Like, I was going to buy this game, KOTOR Knights of the Republic 2. Absolutely. But I wanted to wait. And after hearing radio silence from them and then hearing this, I'm glad I didn't get the Knights of the Republic 2 game on the Switch, because I refuse to support them at this point. I refuse to support them. No, fuck them at this point. I mean, at least if you've been honest, like, some credibility, some people would be, understanding. But no, you can't do that. You can't do that. This is completely unacceptable. Either find a way to get DLC or let us get a refund for the game. You can't even get a fucking refund, too, which is bullshit. If you bought this game, you can't even get a refund. Because they promised this shit, but no, we'll just give you a key for another game. So they also said players may pick a replacement key from the following list: Knights of the Republic 2, The Sith Lords on Steam. And that's honestly the best version. So if you happen to get this game on Switch, get a replacement key on Steam. That is the superior version. And that's the version that they fucking did. That's the fucking version that they did. Even though they don't have the restored content mod on there. Once you get it on Steam, you can just download the fucking mod because of Steam Workshop on there. The restored content mod you can just download so easily. And that's it. And you can play the restored content mod with the game. And that's the best version. And plus the game looks so much better on Steam. You can play it on 4K and stuff, and it looks just absolutely gorgeous. So I would recommend that. At this point, I just can't support these guys. At this point. No, I just can't. I can't. They're terrible. They're awful. And they're down the toilet. And I have no respect for them. No respect for them after this. As you can see, people are just a scam of the year. This sucks. People are not happy, and they're not taking this shit. So, Aspyr, I don't know what, man. I don't know how you guys get out from this. Either you guys are going to be sold out, or something is going to happen. But basically, this is it. I don't see you guys emerging from this, because basically you just haven't done anything at this point. Embracer has really fucking destroyed your guys tremendously. After you guys couldn't even do the Knights of the Republic 1 remake. I mean that's a huge endeavor too in itself. Having a studio that only does ports for games to do a big giant AAA project like that. And I already knew they couldn't fucking do this shit. And how Embracer didn't see this shit boggles my fucking mind. Boggles my mind. I mean, at least with fucking EA. I can't believe I'm saying EA. But EA, they had the, with the Dead Space remake, for instance, they let Motive do it, and they did a fantastic job. Capcom with Resident Evil 4. I mean, these are big companies letting these, developers do their thing, and doing a great job with that. And I feel like Embracer wanted to control everything and didn't like where it was going with that. And don't really have the sense of, like, I don't want to say that EA is really smart or anything like that, but they kind of got it with the remake for that one instance, despite, fucking it up with Jedi Survivor and stuff. So who knows? I don't know. It's crazy to me. It's insane. So Knights of the Republic 2 Restored Content mod is not coming out. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I mean, we all saw this coming at this point, 6 months, and then they finally fucking did this shit. But I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Are you mad just like myself and upset? Or are you just like, you know what, I'm over it. I'm just ready to move on to other things, and I'll play the Restored Content mod on the fucking Steam, because that's the best version. And the Switch could have been that version, the second best version, but honestly, you could play it any other version and play the same fucking thing at this point. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please like this video as well. Subscribe to my channel, Django Fett. And I don't know where we go from here when it comes to Restored Content mod stuff and Knights of the Republic 2, but with Aspyr, they can go fuck themselves.